So I wanted to talk about the critical mind um, that wants to judge others' actions from my side. They aren't doing it like I would do it, and it's really harmful, more than we know. It doesn't sound like much, but when I when I have a critical mind and I'm being critical of others, you know, um, I have no room in my mind for compassion at that time. And I'm reifying and strengthening my sense of self and increasing the duality that I see. You know, I have myself here, others there. We're different, um, and that's what we're trying to get away from. And Venerable's teachings the other day, she talked about having a vast mind, and this is anything but that. This is focused on me and them, and it's all negative. And I don't think, I mean, the self-grasping mind, it's great for that mind, oh, it supports that, but it's very harmful for us, because if I'm in that state of mind and I'm critical to everything out there, how am I thinking about myself? I'm probably, whatever I put out, it's like instant karma. It's going to come back. I'm not going to feel good about myself. And if that critical mind leads to harsh speech or anger, all the attachments come in, and it can just snowball, you know. And a little thing like a critical mind can lead to war, really. And then I was going to talk about the ways I kind of tried to deal with that. I try to not really try to focus on not worrying about what other people are doing, you know, whether they're eating enough or not enough, or drinking or eating too much tea, or this or that, the other thing, And how, when I really focus on that and I tell myself, well, they're just trying to be happy. Um, every talk, Jeffrey Hopkins talks about this in his book, Cultivating Compassion, which has a different title now, I guess. But how when he first met His Holiness, that he kept he he kept wondering, like, what he didn't understand that short phrase, how the way His Holiness puts it, that that people just want happiness and want to avoid suffering. It seems so simple, but um, if you really think about it, that's bodhicitta, and how the more I watch my mind and I track my mind, I mean, it's hard work, and it's painful. The pride, the self doesn't want to give anything away. It feels like you're harming yourself if you're letting stuff go, or thinking of others. But it's actually the best thing we can do for ourselves. It's like, what has pride ever got me anyway? Really, just a lot of stress and suffering. And I thought about different how this comes up. Like, say I have this rule that I'm passionate about, and someone breaks it, and instead of just telling them, hey, we have this rule. But a lot of times, and I've done this in the past, is that, you know, I, my attachment to reputation is involved. And then I'm like, well, should I tell him? Should I tell him? Oh, maybe I shouldn't tell him. What are they going to think of me if I tell him? This stuff is going back in my subconscious. And by the time I tell him, I'm all worked up and I'm irritated and angry, instead of just telling him, you know, because it's my rule. And also, Venerable talked about how we need to apologize if we've offended someone or hurt someone. And I think I like to think I'm pretty quick to do that, depending on the situation. But also, like, I think it's if we're apologized to, and if we say, "Oh, no problem," or "Thank you," then stand by that. If we say, "Oh, no problem," but then we hold a grudge, for the next year, have some fortitude, and stand by it. And I thought I'd end with the, and I believe it's Chandrakirti, the great master, who, correct me if I'm wrong, but, and I should have found the direct quote, but it's basically like, there you are, my enemy, I finally see you, something like that. And it's talking about the self-grasping mind, which we think is comforting us, but it is our enemy. So introspective awareness is good. Thank you.